In Buddhism, the concept of detachment and freedom from materialism is central to the teachings and practices. This is rooted in the understanding of the nature of suffering and the path to liberation from it. Detachment, or viraga in Pali, refers to the practice of letting go of attachments to material possessions, desires, and worldly concerns. It is closely related to the idea of non-attachment, or anupadisisa, which is one of the three marks of existence in Buddhism. The Buddha taught that attachment to material things and desires leads to suffering, as these attachments are impermanent and subject to change. The pursuit of material possessions and wealth can create a cycle of craving, clinging, and dissatisfaction, which is a primary cause of suffering. Therefore, detachment from these attachments is seen as a way to alleviate suffering and find true freedom and happiness. The practice of detachment in Buddhism involves cultivating a mindset of non-attachment to material possessions and wealth. This does not mean that Buddhists cannot own or enjoy material things, but rather that they should not be emotionally or mentally bound to them. By letting go of the attachment to material possessions, individuals can free themselves from the anxiety, greed, and dissatisfaction that often accompany a materialistic mindset. Freedom from materialism also encompasses the idea of recognizing the impermanence of material wealth and the futility of attaching happiness to it. Buddhists are encouraged to seek happiness and contentment through inner qualities such as wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness, rather than through accumulating material wealth. Practicing detachment and freedom from materialism is also closely tied to the concept of mindfulness in Buddhism. Mindfulness involves being fully present and aware in the current moment, and it helps individuals to recognize and release attachment to material things. By being mindful of their desires and attachments, individuals can develop a deeper understanding of the transient nature of material possessions and the suffering that arises from clinging to them. In addition to mindfulness, the practice of generosity and compassion plays a significant role in cultivating detachment and freedom from materialism in Buddhism. By being generous and compassionate towards others, individuals can cultivate a sense of interconnectedness and reduce their own self-centered attachment to material possessions. This can lead to a greater sense of inner fulfillment and reduce the grasping for material wealth. The ultimate goal of detachment and freedom from materialism in Buddhism is to achieve liberation from suffering and find lasting happiness and peace. By letting go of attachments to material possessions and desires, individuals can free themselves from the cycle of craving and dissatisfaction and cultivate a deeper sense of contentment and well-being. This can lead to a state of inner freedom and joy that is not dependent on external circumstances or material wealth. Overall, the practice of detachment and freedom from materialism in Buddhism is a transformative process that involves cultivating non-attachment, mindfulness, generosity, and compassion. By embracing these principles, individuals can move towards a deeper understanding of the nature of suffering and the path to liberation, ultimately finding true freedom and happiness beyond the limitations of materialism.